Ah, shoot. I need to see if this has the right game. Yes. Oh, yes, it does. Okay. Bring up my restream chat. Okay, YouTube says we have a good connection. Twitch looks like it's up and running. And if I put chat in, and it says that both got it. Twitch got it. YouTube got it. Okay, we're set. So, it's been a little bit since I've been in here. We can make states of North Morocco. I don't want to do that yet. Wait, North Morocco, right here, Tangiers. Okay, yeah, I'm waiting on Granada to annex. Okay, and we're going with Lone Dragon's approach, which means that we're trying to colonize the Ivory Coast. Or we're trying to gain, access to its trade node. So that means we are colonizing here at Cabo Verde as a priority instead of going directly over to the Caribbean. Now, eventually I'll have a second colonist that I can send over there, but right now I do not. What else? My cogs can go back over here. We have a personal union with Aragon now, so they should absorb into the kingdom. I think it's 10 years, or maybe it'll be whenever our kid takes over. I'm not sure. Was there anything I needed to do here? No, I already did it. Okay, so you need to be training, and you need to be training. What does our economy look like? Oh man, not very good. Okay. National decisions are available. Following decisions are available. Abolish armed elite regiments. I don't really want to yet, if I can help it. Disputed succession. Uncontested claims on Septa. Okay, let's let things roll forward. Hey, Buxy. Yeah, this is chat, Buxy. I'm not doing the chat or no chat thing anymore. I decided I would just simply record offline whenever I'm doing a chronicle, and if I'm streaming, then it is always social. Local fortification expert discovered. Our local officials in Burgos report that a local man, Diego de Rojas, has some rather intriguing ideas on how to create better fortifications. However, he is reluctant to leave his hometown. Let him stay home. I need a mothball. My cogs. In that case, hi, how are you? I'm doing good, man. It's cold out here. The U.S. is, or a good portion of the U.S. is going through a really serious cold snap. But cold for us is probably not cold for you. It was negative 9 degrees Fahrenheit out here this morning, but right now in the room that I'm sitting in, which does have heat, additional heat coming from the computer, it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm just very thankful that I have a roof over my head, because it is freezing outside. I have a roof over my head and heat in my home. I know not everybody does. Oh, we jumped up some. I wonder what happened here. We were at 0.51 just a second ago. I don't know what was going on with that. We're getting over our cold snap. Ah, good. Well, 75 with no heating. No, I do have heat going in the house, but the rest of the house is not 75. Oh, it just raised a degree. I'm at 76 now. This is because I'm in a bedroom with a door closed and a computer running, and so the computer is actually heating up the room because it's adding on to the heat from the rest of the house. So this room can get quite warm. It's actually kind of a little bit hard in the summertime to keep it cool, but I deal much better with heat than I do with cold. Are you guys at war with anybody? No, so we'll accept this. We have a free advisor slot, so somebody died. Inflation reduction or missionaries. I'm going to take the missionary strength, because we're going to be flipping cultures here pretty soon, I think. I really want to know how to play this game. It's a very intricate game. But the really cool thing about it is that it's got so much style points to it. Every one of these nations has a completely different flavor. Those flavors fit their historical patterns, broadly speaking. And you get the chance to shape an entire nation, not only in its government style and its model, but in its ideals. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Buxy. And this map it's beautiful. I mean, you know what? Whenever I got into Paradox games, I just did not think that I would like them that much. I saw a map and I was like, that is boring. Who wants to do that? But the more I tinkered around with them, I think Crusader Kings was the first Paradox game I ever got. The more I tinkered around with it, the more I really liked it. Once I got to the point that I could play for a little bit and get through a few generations, I started seeing how good this was at crafting a story. And I think the way that I did that was Crusader Kings had a really popular Game of Thrones mod. Now, I never really watched the TV series of Game of Thrones just because I thought it was a little over the top in some of the licentiousness of it. And I thought the books were already being a low fantasy style, like a Conan the Barbarian kind of low fantasy style were already pretty harsh. But I did read the books, though, when I was on a TDY. And the books were excellent, you know. It's a harsh world and all. Anyway, I played that mod for Crusader Kings, and I started to notice how much of a story a map game could tell. I was actually pretty surprised. Okay, we're bouncing back. We're about 60% done with the annexation of Granada. How's our colony doing? 15%. So we got a ways to go there. Yeah, the TV show ended. I heard a lot of people were very upset with how that show ended. And the only thing I can think of is that that's kind of what happens when the author of your story has not finished the series and you didn't really give him a chance to do it. Because I think that author was under a lot of pressure to write a story, and he couldn't force himself to do it. And then that left it up to the script writers to come up with an ending. And apparently that ending really outright angered a lot of people. And I don't know everything that went into that. I know part of that crowd was the feminist crowd. I mean, they had named their daughters Khaleesi, you know, and then when Khaleesi went crazy, it destroyed them. Well, I mean, for me, I thought that was kind of funny, in a mean sort of way, you know, because I'm like, man, you are so emotionally damaged if this is killing you on the inside. But that's kind of separate from the story. That is a particular faction of people reacting in what I deem to be kind of a wonky way towards a doggone fantasy show. But I heard that other people unrelated to that aspect, they were also disappointed. So I don't know what else happened with how that unraveled or anything, but it was evidently a real really anticlimactic. The author said he approved of the ending. Yeah, I know Khaleesi is a title, but people had named their daughters Khaleesi, like real world, because she was a hero to them. She was she's everything that the militant side of feminism says: strong, independent woman, all of that stuff, you know, and then they made her go nuts. Well, that's absolutely completely consistent with the Game of Thrones mythology. Absolutely. I mean, the whole thing was that there's even a phrase within that world that when a Targaryen is born, flip a coin, because it's a 50-50 shot on whether or not they're going to be mad, you know. But boy, I mean, it just wrecked a bunch of people. That I think, from what I could tell. Well, it's definitely a judgment on my part, because I don't know these people and I'm making comments based off of tweets I saw. But they look to me like the kinds of people that were already emotionally damaged. They already had issues, whatever those issues were. And then you basically annihilated their built-up hero figure in a fantasy world, and that just took everything. It took all the wind out their sails, you know? Yeah, but in the show, it was like a switch being flipped. Yeah. Well, in the books, it says that you could flip a coin 50-50 on whether they're going to be crazy. Now, the books didn't say they weren't born crazy. They progressed to crazy. So I think that's what you're talking about. Blue Crowns, hello, how are you doing? We're just kind of gaming here. I'm just trying to learn the game, but we're also just chit-chatting. Buxy Cat is somebody that's regular in my streams, and so we're just It's a very social stream, so you can talk about anything, you know. Doesn't matter. I mean, keep it within limits. Don't come in here spouting hatred about anything, but you can talk about whatever you want, and we're just gonna have fun. Have the gall. Let's see. My queen consort regent, those underhanded rogues in Foix. Oh, they claimed Asturias. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing quite well, Blue. Thank you. What's it currently? What do you mean? Like we're in 1477. I'm Castile. We are colonizing, and we're annexing Granada right now. We're about 62% done. And where is it? I'm making about 6.8 ducats per. Oh, we were talking about how Game of Thrones ended so badly, and I was saying, yeah, I didn't really watch the series. I read the books, but from what I understand, the series ended in a way that really upset a bunch of people. And then I was saying there was one faction of that was like the feminist crowd, and they were sort of broken over what happened to Khaleesi. But what happened to the Khaleesi was completely consistent with the mythology of that book series. However, there was also a group of people that were not of a specific faction or ideology, you know, and I heard even they were upset about the ending. Now, I don't really know because I never watched the TV series. I read the books. I didn't read the series. Graham, by the way, consider some people might be viewing your stream on their phone. What would that... I don't know what the significance of that is. Oh, Blue says, oh God, yeah. Currently Game of Thrones, but we're pretty much done with it. Yeah, I've never been so angry at a TV show, yeah. The actor playing Jon Snow had to go into therapy. Oh, for reals? He had to go into therapy? What? And did they do something to his character that he didn't want? Was it because he had to kill her? Is that what it was? Man, that's like real world drama, man. Hey, Average, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. We're really just BSing in here right now. For reals, he was so bummed he wasn't the hero. Yeah. Good, I slept in a lot today. Nice. Yeah, that's, you know, I can only imagine kind of flipping around and being empathetic. A show that is that deep and engrossing, I mean, that really grabbed the culture. People were huge fans. And when you're acting all that out, and it's such an emotionally volatile show, I could see, I mean, I really could see how that might be damaging, to be so stunned and shocked about how your character's going to end up. That's horrible, man. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I feel bad for them. The game's going okay, Average. We're about 65% done annexing Granada. We're only 14% into Cabo Verde, but I'm going to stick with it because I've been working with Lone for a while, Lone Dragon. So we are going to shoot for the Ivory Coast down here. And then we're going to, once I get a second colonist, then we'll come over here and grab the Caribbean islands. Other than that, I am sitting at, oh no, we're at 6.66 ducats. We need something to change there. We're allies with Portugal now. We have the personal union going with Aragon. A lot of things they did were so sudden. They summed up all that history and action in one episode, creating a horrible fizzle and basically boring. Oh, that explains it so well, Blue. I mean, I'm glad that you wrote that. I can get a snapshot of something I've not witnessed myself and immediately understand kind of what happened there. Just too much packed in too quick. It sounds almost like HBO or the people that were directing this show were like, we've got other things on the docket. This has gone on long enough. We need to wrap this up. And that's a terrible way to end. Oh, man, I feel so bad for those people who sowed their lives into that, you know? Man. A revolt. Aragonese noble rebels have risen up. Oh, there's unresolved questions? Oh, man. Oh, well, you know, c'est la vie. I'm telling you, I am so disillusioned with the entertainment industry. It's just... It's been a few good things with a lot of crap revolving around it, and I kind of checked out of it, man. Let's see, we gotta go take these rebels on. Where are they at? Let's see, take our guys out of training. I watched first 7 seasons. I feel bad for the YouTubers making a living from their Game of Thrones videos. That's a good point, Buxy. That's the thing, it's HBO's fault. They left out this stuff because of the 5 spin-off series to explain it all. Yeah. Loud and clear, Blue. Man, you're probably right. Also, if you want to speed up vassal integrating, get a diplomatic reputation advisor. Oh, okay, average. The Expanse is pretty good. I agree. I like The Expanse. That's really been about the only series that I've binge watched. Probably, no, this is going to probably sound crazy to you guys, but probably in the last decade. And I've tried some others, and it just, you know, I couldn't stick with it. I tried that TV series Grimm, which I think is kind of neat. There's a bunch of TV shows that I tried. I eventually just got rid of everything. I don't have Amazon Instant. I don't have Netflix because it's wasted money for me. I find for this, let me not throw the entertainment industry under the bus too much because honestly, a lot of it has to do with gaming. It's a combination of both. The entertainment industry is not putting out content that I find to be fun and exciting and drawing me in. And then on top of that, my gaming becomes more appealing to me as a result. So it's both of those things kind of coming together. The Expanse is pretty good. In Age of Revolution, France's morale is insane. Oh, I bet. Oh my gosh, that's probably like so historically on par. Because that's when is that going to be the same era that Napoleon stands up? Because he stood up at the end of the revolution. I binge watched TWD. I don't know. Oh, The Walking Dead. I just have a website of links. Superliminal is awesome puzzle game. And ad block. I just have a website of links and ad block. Yeah. Yep. Buxy, you didn't get past episode 1 of The Walking Dead. I think I made it to like episode 2 or 3. And I wasn't really necessarily discouraged with it. I think Aragon might be able to handle these guys. It was more that I had better things to do. Napoleon Bonaparte has 2 achievements named after him in a mission tree based around him. And he is in the game as an event. And I think he is 6662 General. Can't remember. Wow. Okay, these guys are building up in case they're not able to take down this regiment. Alheron, is that Minorca? Belarus. This is Minorca. Okay. Oh, whoa, the assassination of a noble. The noble families are the bulwark of our power. However, they are not a united force and are locked in a constant struggle against each other for influence and power. As time marches on, some noble houses might see their fortunes rise, while others could lose all their power. The resulting envy leading to bitter rivalries and recriminations. Recently, one of these rivalries boiled over into outright conflict as Esteban Narvaez, the leader of a powerful noble house, was assassinated by his rivals. Furious, his surviving relatives are preparing their violent revenge. We got a Hatfield and McCoy scenario here. We could lose 15 legitimacy but gain 10 loyalty. I don't need the 10 loyalty. Take control of the situation. Bam, do it. All right. Napoleon is why you guys drive on the wrong side of the road. The TV streaming industry is cannibalizing itself. Yes, they killed video renting, but with every passing year, new massive companies are making their own services. Yeah, exactly. So Disney stuff or Warner Brothers stuff can't be viewed on Netflix or Amazon. Eventually, people will get fed up. But what could replace it? I don't know. You know, Blue, I've heard some. I read an article that said that aligns with exactly what you just said. That this was the inevitability. That the Netflix model could only last so long before companies started just making their own independent streaming sites. So I don't know what the end road is on that either, but we'll find out. Average, I love learning about Napoleon Bonaparte. Buxy Cat, correct side of the road. Yeah, Buxy. I think part of the trouble of things like Netflix, etc., producing their own content, it's hard to know what the good TV is and for that show to not be canceled. No, wrong side of the road. Want me to explain? Yeah. Tell me why you guys think it's the wrong side of the road. I've never heard this explanation before. Is this like a common understanding? Is this spoken about like amongst your circles? If you hit flag, go to government. Country modifiers, artillery bonus versus fort pictures Napoleon Bonaparte's hat. Our truce with Aragon has ended. Okay, pause it. Hit flag. Go to government and country modifiers. Artillery bonus versus fort. Okay, that's not this one. Diplomacy, economy, trade, tech, ideas, missions, decisions, stability and expansion, religion, military subjects, and estates. Click thing next to country modifiers. Strengthen government. Oh, country modifiers. Come back up here. Artillery bonus versus fort. Oh man, there he is. That's the man right there. It took the whole world to bring that guy down. But that's also a symbol of the strength of alliances. Okay, I want to read this stuff from Buxy. I think part of the trouble of things... Okay, I read that one already. Most people are right-handed. In the days of horseback travel, you would want your sword arm free, which means being on the left of the road. Napoleon was left-handed. Oh, so he flipped it because he was left-handed? And then he was such an influential person that just kind of swept across a good portion of Western civilization. Man, that's pretty interesting, Buxy. That's neat. I like little historical tidbits like that. All right, average. Well, let me read Blue Crowns first. Like, if I have to pay $11.99 for Netflix or $12.99 for Stan, which is Australian Netflix, and 10 for Amazon to watch multiple shows at the same time. Stacks up pretty. Oh man, exactly, 100%. Yeah, for sure. In government tab, he had an awesome hat. If he kept his Russia alliance, in my opinion, he could have won the coalition wars. Yes, Grim. Yeah. I wonder maybe what were the reasons that he couldn't keep the Russia alliance. I mean, was it totally his choice? Did he just tell him to go piss off, or did something fall apart there? Oh yeah, you need a TV license, and I have heard about that. And there's a tax on televisions. I guess that's what the TV license is in the UK. He made a Poland Duchy subject and 2 other things I can't remember. Man, that's pretty nifty. This game is so much fun because it pulls. Look at the conversations we're having. You know, it pulls out neat stuff. I mean, I'm just a big believer in knowing history. You know, I think if you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. That kind of a thing. You know. Let's bring. I think 12K is going to do it. Well, so we'll keep them training for right now. Oh no, they got handled already. Oh yeah, okay. Aragon took care of it. I'll put these guys back in the mothball and send them back up here to Madrid. They were worried that Poland Commonwealth would be restored. Papal influence. Ah. Family first. When Juana was first made the royal consort, the Manrique de Lares were excited. Now that she is the royal regent of the realm, they are ecstatic. Juana is now one of, if not the most powerful woman in the realm, and the family has made it very clear to us that they expect to be treated in accordance to her position. Oh man, that actually riles me up. No special classes. You don't get access to special favors just because you happen to have birth a daughter that rose to a position. She might get special treatment, but not you people. What kind of daughter would she be if she did not help? We would gain 1 corruption. Yeah, bump that. We could never allow her to misuse her office. We're going to lose 10 prestige. Oh my gosh, Sevilla's going to gain 35% local autonomy. Oh, that's hard to swallow, but I don't like this. I don't like this from a principle perspective. I don't care. I'm doing that. You can use papal influence or save up till 100 for a free stability. We're going to fight them. We can invest in new tech. Renaissance thought. The notion of a noble oligarchy ruling the society has existed since, well, at least the Roman times, and remained popular in some parts of the world. Now this idea is once more gaining popularity amongst those who matter. Allows another group of ideas. Pause. Well, pause. The more you improve relations with the papal states, you will get more papal influence. Okay. I recommend expansion or a military idea. Let's take a look. Okay, either expansion, which is somebody told me was more for if you're going to take over Europe, or a military idea. Boarding parties, improved rams, naval cadets, naval glory, press gangs, oak forests for ships, and superior seamanship. Noble knights, military traditions, local nobility, serfdom. Well, this would fit with Spain a little bit better, like the historical Spain. Naval and maritime are the worst ideas. Okay. Expansion is for colonizing. Either go offensive or quantity. Okay, let's look at expansion once more. Somebody had told me this was primarily for if you're going to take over Europe. You get one additional colonist, which is what I want. You get one additional merchant. That's always helpful. Global settler increase. Center of trade. Upgrade cost is reduced. Fort maintenance is reduced. These are good. Diplomatic relations +1. Colonist +1. Settler chance +5%. Global trade power +20. I like this a lot. We're taking that. Unlock. I gotta go. Goodbye and good luck. Thank you, average. Okay. What do we have here? Your corruption is growing. Why is it growing? There we go. Okay. Alrighty then. Unpause. Took decision. Aragon took a decision. Alright, how are we doing with that annexation? Did we annex them? No. Colonists, annex. 78%. Tyrannical nobles, a representative of the people living in an area dominated by one of the most prominent families of the nobility, has approached the throne today imploring the Queen Consort Regent to take action against what he claims are systematic abuses of power against the people there. As the ruler of Castile, Juana has a responsibility to protect her people. Not doing so will make us appear weak and may harm the long-term growth of the province. The nobility would likely not take kindly to chastising such a powerful member of their ranks. Man, every time I play this game, you can't take yourself out of the game completely. I do like to role play, but I am just always going against the nobility, like consistently. And I'm willing to eat whatever cost it is. We would lose a tax, but we would gain loyalty from them. If we chastise, we're going to lose 15 loyalty, which is kind of a lot. Oh boy. I think, man. I think I'm going to turn a oh gosh, I hate it. We're going to do that. All right. England has embraced the Renaissance. And France just entered a golden era. Oh, England is back in the powerful nations category. We need a marketplace here. And I think that's it. I watched a trade video recently. I think it's marketplace and manufactory that you want in your major trade harbors, the ones that have modifiers like a seaport. Really cool how you've linked the YouTube chat with the Twitch and vice versa. Yeah, I tripped across that eventually. I had another user that was trying to let me know that's possible, but he wasn't sure how it was done. And the way that he was explaining it, I wasn't picking up on it the right way. But one day I was tinkering around with whether or not I wanted to embed a chat window as an overlay on top of a game. And I found this setting that allowed, instead of embedding it, it just lets you guys use the platforms that you're on, the built-in chat windows. And my Restream chat will just be the bridge, and it ferries those chats over so that everybody sees what each person is saying. So that was a really good development. Bucksy will tell you that that was some difficulty that we had earlier, is if we had conversation going on and some people were on Twitch and some people on YouTube, basically I was the bridge by reading everybody's comment. We're going to take that to mercantilism. England back in the powerful nation category, if only. Well, we'll have to see how things pan out for you guys. And if they're handled right. Personally, I think if you have the right to form your own trade agreements independently, as long as you have people in charge that are actually looking out for your best interests, that's the way to go. But I also fully acknowledge that's an area, when you start getting into geopolitical, economic economies and how all that works. I'm obviously not the world's foremost expert, so I just got an opinion. Coming up on 85% for our annexation of Granada. That's going to be a big deal because we're going to take full control of the Sevilla trade node at that point in time. How are we doing there in Sevilla trade node? Production increase. Assign provinces to trade company. Current trading power. Okay, right now we have 48% of the trade power. And only actually it says negative 0.87 ducats are leaving. No, that's 0.87, I guess. It's going to Valencia. So we're getting a total of 11.09 ducats right now. Claims are fabricated. Oh, you know what? I think up here, trade. There we go. So we're getting 7.94 ducats from trade. And that's the number that I need to watch, I believe. Hard to gauge success seeing as Corona. Yeah, you're right. Corona has messed a lot of things up. Yeah. Hey, man, if they try to say that, like, oh, well, I don't know. Hold on. The trade good produced in Cabo Verde is changed to fish. Okay. If people try to tell me this is a new normal, I'm not willing to accept that. Like baloney, man. I mean, we have faced scarlet fever and stuff like that. This is not a new normal. Humanity can overcome this. Although the EU vaccine fiasco is probably proving to be in the UK's favor. I'm not even familiar with that. I don't know what happened there. Imports are suffering delays. Did you guys have like some big snafu with the rollout of the vaccine or something? Coming up on 90% for the annexation. Cabo Verde now has... Oh, did Portugal get this? Yes, they did. I think this is required. I probably should have colonized here. I think this is required for one of our missions. Own Tenerife. Oh man, well I wasn't planning on doing it, but that kind of sets the tone right there. We're going to have to take over Portugal. Do I have a personal union with them? I know I have a casus belli. Yeah, that's what it is. I have a casus belli for a personal union. We're going to have to take them. On a personal level, the pound is worth more against the euro, which is good for my job. It's being claimed in the media that UK is doing well with the vaccinations. Essentially, the EU Parliament stopped individual EU nations from wording their own vaccines, instead opting to use the EU Parliament to do it for them. Oh my gosh. It has taken months and huge amounts of debating, the pushing and pulling between wealthy and poorer EU nations over the price, company, and distribution of the vaccines. There's a tier system and they've started on tier 2. Oh man. Oh, okay. I think I have heard of that, Buxy. So they kind of basically determine where the hot spots are in the country that need to be addressed first, like a triage system. Like these people really super need it, and then these people, and then these people. Man, that's pretty controversial there, the stuff that you're talking about there, Blue, for the EU Parliament to take all that into their own hands and strip that right from the nations. I mean, the nations have representation in the EU Parliament, so I'm not really sure what the feel on the ground would be, but that sounds like something that would make me very, I don't think I would say angry, but maybe suspicious. Then again, I'm an American. You know, we kind of tend to, painting with broad strokes, Americans tend to be quite independent, I think. So maybe that's a reflection of my culture speaking there. I don't know how Europeans feel about it. Hungary, Poland, Germany, and Italy were pretty miffed. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I have been following a few of the political developments over in Europe over the past few years. And everybody but Germany on that list is not a surprise to me. But I have heard recently Germany is starting to be like, man, I don't like their people are like, we don't really like the tone of things. Which is saying something, because Germany is usually pretty okay with it. Yeah. I'm back. I got to go one question after this Castile game. Will you do an achievement run? Right now, I'm not planning on doing an achievement run because I'm just trying to learn the game. But I don't rule it out, forever. And by the time I actually record a chronicle in this, and if I record a chronicle average, then it's not going to be online. My chronicles are done offline with minimal social interaction and input none really. And it's just focused on the game. And I put that up on my YouTube channel for video on demand. But I could do an achievement run then. And when it comes to the live streaming, honestly, let's see, I'm kind of thinking about this real time average, so forgive me for tripping over everything here. But I think with live stream, because it's social in nature, because I want this to be community driven, and I want us to be able to talk about whatever we want to talk about within the confines of platform rules and stuff like that, and decency, then I would be open to doing whatever people want to do. The thing is that I don't know the game very well, so I'm not sure what good an achievement run does right now. Chronicle, yeah. So you understand now. Whenever I say Chronicles, those are like my Let's Play series. On that's just what I call a Let's Play on YouTube. So this first run through, like I say, Average, I'm kind of thinking about this real time since you brought that question up. This first run through here, this is for me to learn. This is for people like you to come in and say, here, you go there, you go here, you look at this. This is what I would recommend. And I kind of learn how to play the game. And then maybe the second time that we do this online, it could absolutely be achievement driven. We could maybe there's a way that I could set up a poll for what nation to play, but I don't have enough participation, I think, for a poll to matter. We could maybe decide that the day that I brought it up. Grim killed Alduin and thought he was done with Skyrim. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I finally killed Alduin after owning that game since it came out. That happened last summer. And I was like, achievement gained, game over. I claim victory. Yeah, I need to do the Dawn Guard playthrough. One of the reasons that I put that off is because I'm having so much fun with Paradox games right now. But also, it's just such a pain in the neck to install Skyrim and all the mods I want to do. That I'm always like, I'll play Outer Worlds. No Dawn Guard, no Dragonborn. So, achievement run, oh my aching sides, yeah. Yeah, well, once I get done with this playthrough and I have some idea of how to play the game, I think that would be fun to do if the community wants to engage in that. All right, so Granada, Queen Consort Regent Granada accepted our irresistible proposal of annexation. Yeah, it was a deal that you couldn't refuse. And they are now part of our glorious nation. Prestige is +5. We completely own the Sevilla trade node now. Provincial unrest in Quetta and Oran. Corruption is growing, so let's fix that. We can make states. I do want to state Tangiers. How easy was it to mod Half-Life, Alex? Did they make it super simple? You probably just have to go to the workshop and click mod and it installs it for you and you're done. Click to make it a state. You can enact a government reform. Okay, this area I'm not really familiar with. Exile colonial companies, Council of the Indies. I think I'm going to ignore this for right now. Lone Dragon's probably going to have something that he'd suggest, so I'm going to save that for him. Oh, our mission was fulfilled. Subjugate Navarra. Reclaim Andalusia. That one. With all important locations in Granada once again under our control, we must decide what to do with the Morisco population. It is true that most of them never supported the rebellion. But how could we trust them not to turn on us in the future? Expel them. We would lose 2 stability. Oh. We must mend these wounds, not cut off the limb. I want to expel them. But that's a lot of stability to lose. Let's see. I will go with this one, I guess. It's the more realistic option. Let's see. You can convert provinces. Let's start with Granada itself. Well, maybe we should go in reverse order. I'm going to go in reverse order. I'm going to go with the idea that the more that you convert these provinces, the more that adds kind of a peer pressure on the surrounding provinces. So I'm going to begin with the cheapest. That's going to be this one. Oh, can you hit them all? No, you can't. Okay. You can enact a government reform, condottieri or whatever. Some of your provinces lack cores, Tangiers. Yeah, but I have to turn them into a state first, I think. Overextension, no, we are not. Oh, we can make it a core. It's an instant action. Okay. We have rebels, or possible rebels. And then there's something about accepted cultures. Here we go. Castilian, Andalusian, and Leonese. What's this bronze star mean? Belongs to the same culture group as Castilian, so it gives us reduced penalties. Our nation can only have 2 promoted cultures with our ideas in tech. Okay. These are all in the Iberian group, which is what I would want. Maghrebi. I think it's actually a kind of a Maghrebi. Basque. Moroccan. And Galician. So Galician and Basque might need to be added eventually. Okay, let's take a look at our trade. We're up to 8.12. Okay, I actually expected this to increase a little bit more than, oh, there it goes. All right, 54% of the trade power belongs to us. 92% of trade power causes 11.24 ducats to be retained, with only 0.91 ducats leaving. And that's going to Aragon, which will belong to us eventually. Where are the rebel factions at? What sites? Coalition, technology, trade. There should be an opinion. Political, diplomatic, opinion. Oh, it doesn't show me. Okay, what about rebellions? Political imperial culture, accepted cultures, religious unrest. Well, I don't see any unrest. Rebel types. Revolution. Okay, none of that is showing up. Well, I'm going to bring these guys down. And pre-stage them. You know, let's see, oh man, we're really hurting on our income. What's causing the expenses? Oh, probably missionaries. Well, that's only a part of it though. We probably need to increase relations with Rome. And there was something that Lone Dragon was teaching me. I think it was estates. He said that we need to seize land when we can, but they have to all be above 50. So I think I can't do that right now because of the Burghers. Can I do anything with nobility? Supremacy over the crown. Estates can pursue agendas at any time. With the scales tipping towards the decentralization of power, the estates are increasingly able to dictate their priorities to the Queen Consort Regent, leaving her little choice but to agree to their will. That doesn't sound good for us. I don't think I want to go with that. Why is it called, oh, supremacy over the crown? Monopoly on mining and smelting. We would gain mercantilism. Without iron, our armies would be toothless. Only the nobility can be trusted with administering its revenues, for it is they who make the greatest contribution to our nation's armies. So your missionary position is uncomfortable, yeah. Blue humor. Monopoly on livestock has no further modifiers. Gain 1 mercantilism. No income from livestock. I don't understand. If it says no income from livestock, why do they tell us gain 114 gold from livestock production? Maybe this is a one-time payment. What can we do with the burghers? Birchers. Not that, not that. That's unavailable. Patronage of the arts. Hurts the tax modifier. Not that. Not that right now. Exclusive trade rights. Oh, but 20 local autonomy. I don't really want to do that. Control over monetary policy. All power costs plus 5%. Oh, thank you for the, was that a follow? Rolansk. How is your text like that? Which text are... Oh, it's a mod, Rolansk. It's if you go look up on the workshop, I think it's called the Stellaris UI mod. You get 114, but you don't get the income you'd get from livestock, and you can receive the money from the monopoly over 10 years. Okay, so you really need to know how much you're getting from livestock overall to know whether or not that's a plus or a minus, huh? You get it instantly. Okay. Well, how about, so there's a bunch of things here. Enforced interfaith dialogue. Clergy, equilibrium. Private trade fleets, light ship cost. Why would we not do this? I'm going to enact that. Okay, I'm going to take that one. I'm going to close out for now. I'm going to go to the summon the diet. Okay, what would we need to do here? Up Mercia to a base tax level of at least 6. Mercia, I thought was up north. Palencia, Rioja. Oh, here it is. It's down south. And currently at 4, so we're talking about 102, I think, admin power. I don't want to give the nobility anything more. They're already sitting pretty. The Bergers. Castile has 30% or more trade power. And Agadir. Where is Agadir? I think there's a find section. Holy smokes, that's asking for a lot. I'm not even sure how I would find that out. Trade. We're currently at 15%, I guess. Our current trade power is, 29.8. We're really close. All right, take care, Buxy. Thanks for dropping by. You have a good day. We transfer point. I'm not really sure how I would. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with the clergy. Mercia. Marquia. Mercia. Okay. So over here, increase tax income, and I did it. Okay. And I'm really sorry, I can't tell. I hear the bells going off, but I'm not sure what the result is. And there's probably a way to do that, but I don't know how to do it right now. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to political. Where are we at on the colonization? 13% of Cabo Verde. We are losing money. That's disturbing.